I usually never think about it, but lately I've been kind of curious with relationships and, like what if I gave dating a chance and meeting someone new and seeing where it could go. Then everything just starts to hit me like, damn, I'm not getting any younger, right? And why do I want to date? For the fact that I might miss out on something? Or, it's just kind of weird because I always told myself, if you crave for a relationship, you're probably not ready for something. But if you don't mind when it comes and you enjoy your alone time, that's when you're ready. And let's be real here, none of us are really ready, and a lot of us are probably still learning to be comfortable with ourselves, for crying out loud. And I think meeting people in general is so beneficial for our lives, and we learn what we like and what we don't like. And of course, I do think, social media allowed us to become more of a cynic maybe, and we assume the worst in people because of how much negative stuff is shown on, the internet. And, when in reality, there's also a lot of good people out there too. And the more horrible things we experience through our eyes, and the more we start to apply that to any sort of person we meet, which sucks because, we can't trust anyone that easily anymore. And if there's one thing, though, that I preach when it comes to relationships in general, I'll never know when I'm 100% ready, because I think that's the whole point. Not believing that it's going to work out only for me, but more so that I love the connection so much I have with this person, right? And to the point where I don't really think too much about the worst things that can happen. I would say 2 to 3 years ago, I definitely would read a lot more self-help books, and also listen to a bunch of podcasts that genuinely did help a little bit, but I don't think it's that necessary to listen to it, in my opinion. I think it makes you overthink more when you listen to these advice podcasts and all that. And honestly, that's probably mainly why I don't want to start a podcast or anything like that. Mainly because I don't want to tell people or give advice or say something in a way that makes it feel like I'm encouraging you to do the things that I do for myself. And I think we all can teach each other something. It's not just me. I'm not this super guru or anything like that. I don't assume that at all. But anyways, I was scrolling through my feed and I saw this paragraph, and I don't know where the book is from, but I do know the account. It's called Pending Growth on TikTok, and I thought I'd just read this to you guys because it's pretty good, and I feel like this sums up a lot. It really be hitting. But let me tell you, okay. In a world that seeks connection, we oddly avoid eye contact, and we time our text responses in order to protect ourselves from seeming too eager or too interested, and we hold our feelings back because we don't want to seem overly emotional or unreasonable, and we silence our instincts, and at the end of the day, instead of feeling good about ourselves, we feel alone, and we feel misunderstood. Remember, it's okay to be emotional and to seek help, and to confidently tell someone you enjoy being around that you are infatuated with them. There's nothing wrong with vulnerability and with being human, and for what creates depth within our relationships, and this is what ultimately unifies us. I think everything about that is exactly what I think most of us go through, and obviously I know everyone has different experiences, but it's true. This is how it is now. It's the internet, and with everything that's possible now, we can go on Instagram and just meet someone like that. A lot of times the people we are most attracted to is a mystery, and we don't know much about them. We just create this vision or idea in our head that they're this person we'd hope they are. And, but being able to do that so many times as you it just makes you feel even more lonely, right? That's what I would assume. And I got nothing against social media and the connections it offers, and everything has its pros and cons to it. And I still think it's useful to meet people and networking. You get the gist. And we take all this stuff for granted, and we allow things to be temporary, because we think we need a relationship since we consume so much romance, ideas, and opinions that just confuse us while destroying our own judgment. And if there's one thing I could tell my younger self, 18 or 19-year-old self, are you blinded by the conversations and the idea of winning them over and making them think you deserve them? Or are you truly trying to listen and being present and building an emotional connection with someone while allowing things to just be natural? And It's rare these days, and it's hard to trust anyone, but with or without social media, we have to understand ourselves, our boundaries, and what is really important to us in this moment of time. And everything just goes by so fast, and I do believe we all deserve the romance that comes by us, and it's our choice to act on it. And I'm sure you probably created multiple storylines in your head, observing a person you liked for the longest, and that's why we have to ask ourselves, who knows it'll work out the way we'll imagine, but which story would you prefer bringing to life?